when we got registered, we took the shopping list, went straight down to Coles, and we bought all the food and really listened to what Fred was saying and the workout programs.
The first 4 weeks was tough, just adapting to the new diet, eating clean food. Your body's used to this extremely high sugar, high carb diet, and now you're feeding it clean nutrition and hitting it with exercise. Is like a double whammy. I mean, your body is just absolutely in shock, and you feel bad for the first 2-3 weeks.
There were very challenging times, I'm not going to lie to you. It is very hard at times, and there was times where I wanted to quit, and there was times when my partner wanted to quit. There was times where you doubt yourself a lot.
Well, it's very hard, you just get really focused, It's like I was talking about last night, you're like on a roller coaster and you just want to get to the finish line. If it means running over stuff, you just got to do it.
To start with, it was easy because it was fresh. After a while, you start to get a bit, this is getting hard, that sort of stuff. I want to go out and have Hungry Jacks or something like that, because perhaps I'd been hungry and gone past the Hungry Jacks and that smells good. At other times it smells disgusting, but when you're hungry it smells good. And you have a little moment of weakness like that, and then the other ones go, well, we got this chicken here, we've got this rice, we've got vegetables. No, stick at it. You're doing a good job, and it's paying off. So you bounce off each other like that, and in that respect, it did make it a lot easier. Have my wife doing it at the same time.
You're not going to be able to see your friends much because you've got to be on a diet. They're going to say, let's go out, let's drink, or let's eat here, and you can't. And sometimes they don't understand that, so they're like, oh, we barely see him, or he's like that. And some of my friends, they're actually quite used to it because I've done it before. I've done Max last year. Whereas her, I warned her, I said, a lot of your friends are going to do this and say, let's meet up, we barely get to see you. And exactly what I said happened. That's the hardest part, is that a lot of her friends would be like, just come out and have that. I'm sure it's not going to affect your results. And I'd always have to come back and say, no, it will affect your results. If you do that once, you think, just once, that's not going to affect your results twice, 3 times, and you add that up over the 12 weeks of the challenge, and you did that 15 times, it's going to add up.
It is tough. Luckily, I had a very supportive wife. Like, she realised I was at the farm, and she really put her fitness before mine and cooked all the meals for me. And I'd get home and we'd have a coffee together, catch up, and the kids would be having tea, and then we'd put them to bed, and I'd go down to the gym, and basically I did that 7 days a week. We made it work, and we'd try and spend time together on the weekends, and they'd see me at work too. They'd come down and Jade would bring me a coffee from Laney Dairies and tell me what's going on, and it was great.
One of the things that I took as a saying, which is, your kids will follow your example, not your advice. So I could sit there and I could be telling my boys, as much as I want for the next 10 years, you need to do exercise, you need to eat well. But if I don't do it, they're not going to follow that.
I work for Western Power, do the security operations there, 12-hour days. The best part about the job is I can eat whenever I want, so I can guarantee I can get all my meals in. But the bad part is I'll be on from 6:30 till 6:30 during the day, and then I'll get 4 days off, and then I'll be 6:30 to 6:30 in the morning on the nights. So there'll be times where I'm getting up at 5 a.m. and doing cardio, and then I'll go to work, and then I'll train at night after my 12-hour shift. Then when I'm doing the night shifts, I find that I can't really, for some reason, my body clock, I can't train after I've worked at 7 a.m. in the morning. So what I used to do is, I used to get up at, say, 2 or 3 o'clock, and I'd have to quickly get something to eat and then head down to the gym and get my workout in and then go to work. And then after work, I'd do my cardio.
In the beginning, when I started, obviously I went in the gym after a 6-month break, and I was shocked. I had absolutely no endurance, no power. I couldn't run on a treadmill for longer than 3 minutes. My heart was pounding. I felt sick. I mean, the first 3 to 4 weeks were tough. I mean, I was honestly sick because my body just went into shock. I couldn't believe how bad and, unfit I've become in such a short period of time.
There were times where I was tired, or the next morning the body would pull up and be a little tender. But I think the momentum began to build, and I began lifting quite light weights because I knew it was going to be 3 months and I wanted to train every single day. And so I got my muscles used to the workout, and then progressed, and as the momentum built, I didn't want to let myself down after I'd come that far. But if I was still too tender to work out, I would swap it for an hour's walk and let the body heal that way, and then the next day be ready to get back in and push weights.
Most guys like to go into the gym, push the heavy weights, and it's all about being a bit of a meathead. But I thought I have to do cardio, and I got into the bike riding a lot as well. So I was doing a couple hundred k's a week on the push bike by about the 6th week.
Most of the time it was late workouts. I'd go down to the Mooloolah 24-hour gym, and yeah, I'd just train down there about 9 o'clock and just by myself, turn the music up. I have noticed now there's a lot more young guys down there, and it's all right, you know, we have a chat and that, but I did like it by myself, to be honest.
I attempted to train when when my daughters were in school, or my wife was at work, or when they were all sleeping before the start of my day. So when I was home with the family, I was focused on their time. Yeah, no, my training program was all by myself. When I got into the gym, it was pretty much head down and get the work done. My days and time were quite limited as far as getting back to family commitments or appointments or anything like that. So I really didn't have enough time to have a partner. I really needed to motivate and push myself to get into the gym and train when I could to stay on track.
For me, it's making sure that your routine is scheduled enough so that you can get to the gym and you can train, and then your nutrition needs to be scheduled around that, making sure that you're getting some really good quality protein into you 30 minutes after your exercise and getting another decent meal 2 hours after that as well.
Yeah, I found the portion control really wasn't that much of an issue. I think when you're told that you're able to eat as many fresh vegetables as possible, that helps, but also the amount of meat, and because you are eating every 2 to 3 hours, if I was a little hungry, I knew it wasn't too far around the corner for the next meal. And that's when if you're pre-prepared and you can just grab that meal and eat it in the car or on the fly if I needed to pick up my children.
6 or 7 meals was great, you know, it was easy, I never went hungry, and when I was milking I could have a protein shake, you know, just to, you know, because you can't sit down and eat while you're busy and moving about, so yeah, it was easy. And then if I got hungry I could have a snack between the meals.
Like my girlfriend's a great cook, and she loves learning about nutrition, so she did all the looking up and the research for me.
Having my wife as a team member and really supporting me, it just made the journey a hell of a lot easier. And she pretty much cooked every meal for me, and she'd prepare it every night, and I probably cooked, to be honest, 2 or 3 meals, and she really did make the difference.
We went through the nutrition side of the website, and especially with the protein, I didn't realise that I needed as much protein as they recommended, so that was a big change.
Now that I've worked out these different diets, and you know, brown rice and quinoa was something I didn't even know what it was before this challenge.
Yeah, the nutrition side of things, yeah, I'd print that out, the 4 weeks, and have my my weekly plan there, and this is what you're going to eat.
100% commitment to the challenge was pretty much preparing. Nutrition had a huge part of it, so I would prepare all my meals leading into maybe a bank of 5 day or night shifts at work. So I would have everything pre-organised, and if I was running out of time, my wife was good enough to assist.
I like routine. So when it's laid out on a plan, and I can just look at it and go, yep, that's what I've got to eat for breakfast, that's when I've got to have my shakes, that's when I've got to eat lunch, and it's all laid out. So for me, that wasn't hard at all.
I didn't follow it exactly. If it said, for instance, you have this much rice and this much steak or something on one day, if I'd got chicken and sweet potato there, you can supplement one for the other as long as you're getting, you know, similar sort of macronutrients.